Hey Joey, how you been?
Good, what's up?
I'm just doing some things around the house. Why don't you come on in?
Hey, thanks a lot, bud. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Detective Morris. I'm here to ask a few questions about a missing person.
Sure. We probably would be better off going inside. You know, it's a little bit more private. All right?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. Before you. Straight back there. Living room if you want.
Wow, you have a nice house here.
Thank you.
What's your cat's name?
His name is Sonny Boy.
Interesting name.
So what brings you here, officer? Officer, detective, or?
Detective Morris. I have to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
You know, for 2 months now, we've been searching for Mark Picks.
Mark Picks.
Yeah,
He's missing?
been missing for 2 months.
Really? Do they know what happened to him?
Well, that's what we're here to find out, because we have a witness that says that you were around the scene.
Well, I'm around that place all the time. You know, I have a landscaping business, and I have a lot of clients out there. So I do even think I even saw him outside doing gardening work or something that day. If a couple months ago, if that's when it was.
You do have a F-150 Gold truck, don't you?
Yeah, how do you know I have what? Oh, that's true. You're at my house. You
Right.
must have seen it when you pulled by, right?
That's correct.
So what, like, how can I help you with this, officer?
Well, we would like to know, what are you doing on the scene?
I was landscaping. I have a business. You know, I know it's about 40 minutes away, but, you know, and I have known Mark for quite a while. I was actually friends with him. We used to, you know, party back in the day.
You were friends with him?
Yeah.
Aha. Really?
Well, you know, friends in high school kind of thing. We went to the same high school, but I don't live in the same area anymore. We kind of live far away, but my landscaping does pretty much the whole state, so that's not really, you know, even more than central state. It's a little bit far from here, but not much.
Do you know that Mark was divorced?
No, I didn't even know he was married, to tell you the truth.
Well, actually, he's been divorced for about 4 years. And he's had a little drug problem. But I'm hearing from a lot of people, he was on heroin. Maybe that's why he got a divorce.
Wow. Maybe he got involved with drugs and maybe he just disappeared with the drug thing.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say it, but some people might say he was a little bit of a loser, a little bit of a loner. You know, I guess that's what happens when you're on drugs.
I mean, after 2 months, what would bring you here? I'm kind of curious. I mean, wouldn't they have done it back 2 months ago if I was there? And am I a suspect or something? Or
No,
what
we're just here to ask a few questions, you know, nothing to be concerned about.
And where were you with, what is your relationship to the case?
I'm the lead investigator on this case.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know, I'm very good at handling these situations. Unfortunately, I get a few of them, and this is one that we would like to close right away. So if you help answer my questions, I'll be on my way.
Sure, I'd like to try to help you as much as I possibly can.
Okay, good. So, how long have you known Mark Pick?
Probably a couple decades almost. But I haven't seen him probably the only day I really saw him was a couple months ago when I just happened to be down there finishing up. It was like the beginning, pretty much, it was the end of the winter, beginning of spring, but it was still winter. So I had one of the accounts I had to do a cleanup, and he was pretty much, I think I recall, I was driving past his house and I think I waved to him. I mean, we're not really at the talking point. Maybe that's why. You know, I used to party back in the day. I don't do that anymore.
So, what can you tell me about the type of people that he associated with?
I wouldn't know. I just drove by. I waved to him before that. I don't recall if I've seen him since a decade before that. I mean, it was hit or miss. If I was in the neighborhood and I happened to drive past him, I wouldn't have even noticed. Actually, we had a falling out.
What was the falling out about?
We're talking about high school, when I was a young kid. And, you know, he owed me some money. He never paid me back. So we just haven't talked since then. But when I drove past him, I said, you know, I did wave that day. I do remember. And, you know, I do have an F-150 truck. And I, you know, just happened to drive by there, you know.
Well, you said that he owed you some money in high school, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, most people, they have heroin addictions, That's a very expensive habit. And like I said, he was unemployed for a while, so he might have ran up a very serious tab at somebody.
Maybe he died somewhere. We'll never find him. Maybe he's just gone forever.
Well, I hope that's not the case, but we're going to look into that.
All right. Well, if there's anything else I could do for you to try to find him, let me know. Within reason.
Good. Can we have your job number? Where do you work? How can we get in touch with you?
I own my own company. The number is
5.
555
Okay.
2210009.
Okay, very good. So we'll be in touch with you then.
Great. Like I said, if there's anything I could do to make the case better, just let me know.
That's very nice to hear. Thank you for your time. We'll be in touch.
You're welcome. Thank you.